What's up, y'all? This is Brian Mazik, aka Franchise Play. We got a ton of questions for AskFP. Y'all can get involved on Twitter. Check out that handle and hit me up with the hashtag. Let's jump into it. Christian says, are the WWE 2K15 created characters, faces, and body morphing options around the same as they were in 2K14? Actually, no. They're not. To be honest, they're not quite as good. Not as many options as there were in the previous version. So, yeah, that's that. Dex says, is there new accessories to choose this year? For example, headbands, goggles, and face masks for creative player or MyCareer in NBA 2K15. I wish there were goggles and face masks, but there are not. The headbands, of course, are still there. All right, my man Enough said, my bad, bruh. Felt like he needed to explain it in detail. So this is actually a good question. With career invasion in WWE 2K15, does your progress sync with the import? Like if I'm rated a 50 overall on my game and next week I'm a 70, will that update on your game? I don't know this for a fact, but I'm assuming that that's not the case. So wherever it is your player is when you import him in, that's what he's gonna stay at. So that's that. Enough Said's got another thing. So what Enough Said? They said you could control celebrations after made shots in 2K15. In MyCareer, do you get to pick your own? I actually didn't see that, so I'm assuming it would be able to, just same way you can control like the other stuff, the taunts and stuff from last year. So I'm assuming, but I don't know it for a fact. Bama Champs 14 says, do they have more realistic player celebrations after a buzzer beater in NBA 2K15? I didn't get a chance to see buzzer beaters, so I really can't answer that question. It's a good one though, but I'll let you know maybe next Tuesday when I should already have the game. So you guys just pepper me with the Ask FP this week, and I should be able to answer anything come Tuesday. Matthew Price says, now that Steve Kerr is coaching, did they replace him in the booth, or is it a two-man announce team now? No, he's still in the booth, to be honest. So Steve Kerr still as the announcer. Let's see. Cleveland Flowers says, are we able to use custom rosters for MyCareer? No, not for MyCareer. There's the campaign mode, so it's some things that's kind of locked in because you got your mentor and all that. So if you like took who your mentor off, of the team you're supposed to be on, it would throw that off. Tony Trinkle Jr. says, does Madden or 2K have special presentation for career achievements like the show? No, not that I have seen in Madden, and I certainly didn't see it in 2K. Numbers and stats and, milestones is always bigger in baseball, so there's usually more hoopla made for it. Kane Beasy says, is in NBA 2K15, do they still have those low-rated generic players on the classic teams? Yes. Those guys are basically the guys that they didn't get licensed to use and weren't really worth it by their estimation, so they got the placeholders. Eugene Johnson says, will you be able to change uniforms before games in MyCareer? I got this question a lot in the variations. You can't exactly change uniforms, but it's programmed into the schedule when they're supposed to wear alternate uniforms and when they're supposed to wear this uniform or whatever, so it'll automatically acknowledge that. So Eugene also says, will you be allowed to pick your second position in MyCareer? Example, 6'6" athletic point guard, backup position point guard. I think I saw that because I know you could do it last year, so I don't see why they would take that out. I think I saw that this year. Don't quote me 100% yet. Let's see now. Leonard Lucky, he didn't even say Ask FP. He said AFP. I don't even know what that is, but I'm going to answer it anyway. He says, will rookies have their tattoos? Because in all the footage I've seen, they don't. Big fan. I appreciate you, Leonard Lucky. I didn't see any rookies with tattoos, and I played with a few of them, so there's that. V12 Corvette says, when you did NFL head coach, you talked about on Throwback Thursday, did you play it on Xbox or your Xbox 360? I played it on Xbox. I don't think I have it on 360. I think I played it on. I'm pretty sure I played it on Xbox. Sport Talk says, in 2K15, are players more aware of the backboard? Will they adjust post shots to avoid hitting the back of the backboard? I didn't notice them being more aware of it. As a matter of fact, I kind of noticed them somewhat ignoring it a little bit. So that was, but keep in mind it was a little bit of an earlier build. So, take that with that. So let's see. That Kid says, is create a player outside of face scan better? Is it better? No, because face scan is obviously the bomb, right? But it's real good in NBA 2K. I mean, it's really, really good. I don't think people are going to be disappointed with the face sculpting thing outside of face scanning. Based Beloved says, will NBA 2K15 have fantasy drafts for online leagues? I got this question a lot too. From my estimate, from what I saw, it looked like yes. Don't quote me on that yet. We're gonna have to do a to be continued on that for the next Ask FP, and I'll be able to confirm that for you for sure on Tuesday. Dex is back. He says, are we going to have the option to turn injuries off when they update the roster? Example, Paul George and season-ending injury. Yes, I know in my league, you can pick whether or not you want to have pre-existing injuries or not. Dex also says, is NBA 2K15 shoe game better this year? Because from what he's seen, NBA Live 15 has the edge in 2K in that respect. You know, I probably would agree with you, Dex. I think 2K's shoe game is good, but it looks like Live really put in some work on that. Well, hopefully they put in some work on the other parts of the game too, but you're right about that. Enough said about Doc taking over as head coach when he starts his second year in 2K15 in the MyCareer thing. I mean, Doc replacing Popovich, he doesn't really like that. In my opinion, it's the campaign. So when you play like Call of Duty and you decide to go through the campaign mode, you're going with the story. So to me, that's what MyCareer is for. Dex, these are my guys. Dex, enough said, them guys come through hard. Does face scan work for my league? No. There's only for MyCareer and my GM. So that's that. Enough said. I never see any videos with you gaming with your people like subs or other like sub and other YouTubers. Sub the gamer. Any plans on doing so in the future? Yes, sir. I do acknowledge that you're saying you're right. I don't do that as much as I should or at all. So I need to do that. I need to incorporate that in the whole flow. Enough said again. Come on with it, dog. In WWE 2K15, I heard you have a camp you have to go through similar to Tough Enough for career mode. Care to share? Yeah, it's pretty much NXT. You started out and you gotta, go through the whole process of getting on the NXT roster. Then you get up to the main roster and you're trying to go to the Hall of Fame and the whole nine. It's pretty, the structure is cool. Dex, with player intros this year, does the away team get introduced as well as the home team? No. The away team does not get introduced in the pregame introductions. Justin Huey says, what seed do you think the Pacers will get this year? I don't think the Pacers are going to be very good at all, man. I hope you're not a Pacer fan, but I really don't think they're going to be good at all. I think they will be lucky to make the playoffs because I think this East is going to have some vastly improved teams. I'm right now, I'm predicting the Pacers miss the playoffs. I'm sorry, dog. Sorry, dog. Dex is back. Are we able to choose from home and away accessories or home and away shoes for a creative player in MyCareer? You can do home and away accessories. LD2K confirmed that a few days ago. Home and away shoes, I think that's probably on the same line, but I know they did confirm the accessories. King Dariel, or is that Dariel? I'm not sure. Does 2K15 have better split double team animations or going around a pick and splitting the second defender? I didn't notice that a lot, but I know there's a ton of new animations, so that could very well be one of them. I didn't see it though. JMR2 says, as we come up on the release of NBA 2K15 and the NBA season, who or what was some of your favorite dynamic duos other than MJ and Pippen? Okay, I got to take a little bit longer to answer this one. Now, you can just, kind of differentiate between my favorites and the best, some of the best. Like, because Karl Malone and John Stockton were two of the best, but I was never fans of the Utah Jazz or them. So, but I acknowledge they were awesome. My favorites, Shawn Kemp, Gary Payton, absolutely. I mean, those dudes was the beast. You know who else I really liked was Kenny Anderson and Derek Coleman with the New Jersey Nets back in the day. Yeah, I really like those. Those was my guys. 25 to life. Are we allowed to change our jerseys in MyCareer? No, that's kind of like that question. I tried not to have too many duplicate questions, but this one was slightly different. You can't change the jersey really. It's about whatever jersey the team is wearing for that game. So, but they will wear alternate jerseys. Kaleem Kashan says, are you good in NBA 2K and WWE 2K? And how do you think these games will be in the future? I am pretty decent in 2K. I'm decent. I'm probably better in WWE 2K, to be honest. I think that both games are going to be good in the future. I'm looking more forward to the future with WWE. I'm obviously going to play the game, but I think the next version will probably be better than this one. Michael Thomas, what most excites you about NBA 2K15? My league, my league, my league, my league, my league, my league. Brandon Cage, what up, dog? What are your opinions of Derek Jeter and him hitting a walk-off for his last game ever at Yankee Stadium? You know what, man? I loved it, and you know what irritates me? All the people trying to post salt and put a stain on stuff, talking about somebody grooved it, they gave it to him. Man, just let it be what it is. It was dope, Thought it was an awesome way to go. Can you Justin Huey again? Can you confirm what Gento tweeted earlier? Is there a My Park that has a crew in it? That is going to be talked about tomorrow. So we can't talk about that yet, but I think, you know, you guys got a lot to look forward to, put it like that. Can't confirm any of that, but just peep what's gonna happen later on this week. Kobe Bryant 3114 Long, what's up? Thanks for answering our questions. So is offline multiplayer in my league, and how is WWE 2K15 creator mode? Yes, offline my league is in there. WWE 2K15 creator mode, I was underwhelmed, I'll be honest. Robbie says, other than the Kevin Durant leg sleeves, are there any new accessories other than the ones from past 2K games? I saw a few. I couldn't even tell you how to exactly call them out, but I did see a few that I hadn't seen. Double H Big Vaughn says, has WWE 2K15 graphics and gameplay improved from the build you played back in August? Nah, I don't think it improved, but they still look real good like they did back in August. They looked really good then. They look real good now. Mark Rollins, what's good? He said, did you meet the Eater of Worlds? Yes, I did. I put the interview in case you missed it. I had an interview with Bray Wyatt at the Performance Center before we got a chance to play 2K15. Really cool dude. I mean, you know, he wasn't even in character, but you could still see a little of that Bray coming out. It was really dope, actually. Eric Robinson said, did it feel clunky or were you impressed? He's talking about WWE 2K15. I was impressed with the gameplay. I like the gameplay. It plays slower and more like a simulation. I wouldn't call it clunky. I liked it. There's a couple things about the gameplay I don't like, but not anything major. I don't know if everybody else is going to like it, but I did. Will we finally have Reggie Miller and Charles Barkley on the game? Only when I create them in my league, because that's something that I'm going to do. But no, they're not on the roster. All right, we got NBA 2K15 Infos FR says, does the replays after foul buzzer work in NBA 2K15? Yeah, because they didn't work last year. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. You know, if you made a bucket or whatever, it cut it off halfway through. It did go all the way through this time. I checked that myself. That's like some YouTube stuff. But yes, I did check that, and it does go all the way through. Shrek is life. Okay, well, whatever. If 2K is trying to limit the use of VC within the game, then what game modes will be in and how will it be used? VC is used only for, like, if you want to, like, primarily I saw it with my team. There was very few elements like in my GM, but they trying to make sure that you don't have to do that and it doesn't, like, handicap your experience. So if both my league and my GM are in NBA 2K15, then what's the difference between the two? I'm glad you asked that. So basically, you can do a lot of the same things in the two. The difference is with my GM, you get that whole experience of having to conversate and negotiate with your players, with your people on your staff. It adds more of a role-playing aspect. My league is strictly just the gaming aspect, just playing the game, setting up the structure with the customization. That's the difference. Jack Dolitsky, he actually got a picture with Joe Johnson on his Twitter page. He says, are the in-game interviews back? For my GM, yes, they are. You know what? Yeah, for the halftime, yes, they are back. But you know what I didn't like about the halftime show on NBA 2K? I think they cut like some of the highlight part out. You know, I don't know. South Central, I think he is a MC. He got a CD cover on his Twitter page. Hey, throw me a track. Let me hear what you're doing, dog. But he says, in NBA 2K15, was there any word on a hardcore park with Hall of Fame simulation settings? They didn't talk about, we can't really talk about that yet, but like tomorrow, you'll see a lot of information that drops on that. So I hate that Ninja said, are players true to size in my career cutscenes? Are they still based off of your character's height? Based off of your character's height, because at least that's what it looked like to me. I'm about 95% sure based off of your character's height. Ham316 says, is there any new legend teams on NBA 2K15? No. Same legend teams that were there before are back. My league is going to let me create everybody who they don't have. 150 slots! 150 slots! Wrestling Prodigy says, will the PS4 and Xbox One versions of WWE 2K15 have the face scan technology like NBA 2K? No, they don't have it. That's probably one of the biggest things that's going to probably upset people. They kind of hinted around like it could possibly be added later on, but I don't know. I wouldn't bet on that. Ross Canio says, or Canny, I hope I said your name right. My bad, dog. Will there be an audio now if I capture the video? I hope it does, because I don't have Elgato like others do. Thanks. Yes, there should be audio. I think you're talking about like when you just do like Xbox record or something like that. I think so, sir. I don't know. I have to check on that. Solomon says, now you have face scan. Will you be playing as yourself this year, or will MK99 return? Can't stop the profit. Look at my boy holla at me. You know what? I really don't know. I haven't made up my mind completely. I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't not use my real face. I mean, I ain't that ugly, I don't think. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I don't know. You gotta wait. You gotta wait, because I don't even know yet myself. Matthew Bostic says, question on MyCareer, when we're not sponsored by a shoe brand, are we still gonna be limited to just wearing the generic shoes? That's what I saw. When the little part I started out, my man had on Pro Wings. Pro Wings, y'all remember that? Ha ha ha. Yeah, so looks like that to me. Jack Dolitsky is back. He says, is the dialogue in my GM more diverse? Like instead of GM saying, I'm sure you could do better than that after every trade. Yes, they have much more dialogue. They worked on that to make it where it wasn't just so stale, so quickly in the conversations. So I thought that was pretty cool. Swaggy P fan said, will you be able to catch the ball in midair like JaVale McGee does sometimes instead of blocking it out of bounds? I did not see that. I suppose it could be part of the new animations, but I did not see that. And you kind of think they would have talked about that if that was possible. So I don't know. I don't think so, though. Matt Price, what did he say? He says, what are chances that CM Punk is removed from the WWE 2K15? I don't think the chances are high, because I think they would have probably done their due diligence to find out whether or not that could be a problem. And I don't think they would have made that move if they were going to have to backtrack with it. Brent Tibbs, do you think you'll be able to wear a mask during your face scan? You know what? I don't think so. I don't think so, because it's looking for your eyes, nose, mouth. I guess if you had a mask that kept those out, you could have it, but you want to be up there like Hannibal Lecter. You could, I guess. LPZ, will there be a fantasy draft option for online leagues? I think see, I'm getting a little loopy, because I think I got that question in there earlier. But I believe there is, so I'm going to answer it anyway. LPZ, still hollering at you, dog. See, NBA 2K15 is life. It is life. It is life. That's what he said. Also, can you put Euro League players on a normal roster? Example, if I put Linus Kleiser on the Raptors for Bruno Caballo. Don't nobody like Caballo. But yes, you can do that. You can put Euro players on any roster, on any team or whatever. Kevin Penton says, nicknames in NBA 2K15, are they any better or are they the same? They look the same to me. I didn't see anything different, that I hadn't seen before. Bang Bang Boogie or nothing like that. Ronnie Bang Bang Boogie Jackson. No, I didn't see that at all. Mitch Brown, what is your favorite Derek Jeter moment? The flip. The flip. That play is amazing, man. I don't care how many times I see it. That play, the presence of mind, that's a baller right there. That's if y'all can't tell, Derek Jeter's my dog. He is. That was an awesome play. Zach Jones, last question of the day. Will NBA 2K Blacktop be making a return to 2K15? It's pretty much the same as it was like last year, where you could play one-on-one in the street court or whatever. It's pretty much the same. That's back just like it was. Man, I had a lot of questions, man. I might have to limit it to some certain amount of questions just so I can make sure that, you know what I'm saying, I don't have like a 45-minute video, because of course I want to encourage everybody to continue to ask questions, but I might have to get like a cutoff and be like 25 or 30 questions, and I have to take the top 25 or 30 questions. The other ones, I'll probably have to try to answer them on Twitter or something like that when I get an opportunity. But yeah, man, I appreciate everybody, coming through with this, man. We talking about almost a 19-minute video at this point. Let me get out of here. Y'all like this video, subscribe, follow. Peace.